what's up everybody, it's Ferrari Steve, and today I'm going to do a quick product review and demonstration of a new dagger. It's the Benchmade SOCP Skeletonized Dagger. Now, those of you who watch my videos probably don't recognize me wearing sleeves that often. That's because I'm actually carrying the dagger here inside my sleeve. This is a Scott E. Vest Brad Thor Alpha jacket, and it has a neat little spot right in here for hiding a dagger. Now, a few different daggers fit in here, but one of the ones they recommend is the Benchmade, and I'm a Benchmade fan. And the whole idea is that you can carry it in this little pocket here, and this is actually designed to carry a few different places. We'll talk about it. But while it's completely concealed, it's really easy for you to get in, get a hold of this, and deploy the dagger really quickly and keep it stealth, right? So you can get it with the index finger. You can reach in with your thumb if you want, if you prefer to pull it out with your thumb and transfer it to a dagger position there. But there it is. That is the Benchmade SOCP Greg Thompson. Now let's pull the sheath out here too. Lay it down next to it. And I also got one more piece with it. This is optional. This is the trainer, which I recommend if you're new to bladed weapons or new to daggers, or just want something that you can kind of practice with and maybe get a little more aggressive with your buddies if they're planning to attack you. We've at our martial arts school, we've got a large suit we call the fist suit. That's who makes it, and you can get fully dressed up in there and just attack someone full speed, and they can take whatever hit you want. I imagine with this, I could pretty much hit them in most targets, including the face, as hard as I wanted with this, and it's not going to puncture in and hurt them. But I can really train at full speed and full impact with this trainer dagger. So let's talk about some of the specs. It's pretty lightweight. It is 2.2 ounces. The trainer is slightly heavier. I don't remember what it's rated at. We could weigh it, but it's about the same weight, but it's certainly the same dimensions. So when you're practicing, you kind of are getting good reps with what the actual weapon is going to look like. Comes with this sheath, and this sheath is kind of interesting because it's designed to fit inside molly gear on your vest. If you wear it in a military application or a police application, you can wear it on your vest in front of you. And the whole concept behind this dagger, again designed by Greg Thompson, who apparently owns a training organization called the Special Operatives Combatives Program, or Special Operations Combatives Program, something like that. Apparently they are a contractor to do some training to the military, and it's a last-ditch or last-minute dagger to create space, right? So you deploy it, whether you've got it hidden in here or whether you've got it hidden in your gear. It's hard to see, easy to conceal, hard for somebody else to grab, because if they grab from the side, it's not going to deploy. You really have to kind of deploy it straight up. And it can be deployed with your thumb or your forefinger. I've been practicing both, and I think I tend to like, especially here, the forefinger, because I can get it and fling it around and then have my thumb on top to really go to work. And again, it's designed as a last-minute weapon where maybe you don't have time to get to, a tactical folder. You got your folder out, and you might have trouble deploying that in time to really get to work. That's another nice Benchmade for you, isn't it? We'll talk about that maybe another day. But if you don't have time to deploy that tactical folder, well, you can just get right there, create some space. Now, once you created that space, what do you do with it? Well, it's also designed so that once you've got it and you've created that space, maybe you've got multiple attackers. That's something we work a lot with at our martial arts school, is multiple attackers. So once you created that space, it's designed, let me reach off camera here, so that if you have your primary weapon, you can switch. Now, it does take some practice, and it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it is designed that you can let go and still get to a firing position on your primary weapon. If you happen to be, have deployed it with your thumb, you can hold it on the other side too, and at least keep a hold of the dagger while you've got this in a firing position. Again, it may not be ideal, but if you ever have to pull this dagger, it's not in an ideal situation. You are certainly in a non-ideal situation. So it is designed so that it's hard to take this dagger away from you, and you can transition from whether you're thumb in or thumb out to also being able to use a weapon with that hand. And look, the blade's nowhere near going to cut me anywhere, right? I can manipulate my primary weapon system while I still have the dagger. So let's put that gun back somewhere safe. So yeah, lightweight, 2.2 ounces. The blade length itself here is 3.22. It actually came pretty sharp. from Benchmade, as Benchmade products generally do, made in the USA, like all good Benchmades. The blade material is 440C. I don't think that's stamped on here. No, it's not, but it is. It's 440C carbon steel. They call this skeletonized because it's kind of lightweight and clipped in. Got little grippy spots here for you to kind of get to work and do whatever you want. I mean, it handles pretty nicely, but it does take practice. So I do recommend, if you're going to be trying to flip it around and do anything crazy with it, you have the trainer, so you're not slicing yourself or your buddies as you try to get good with it. The clip here is pretty good. I actually had to take it off. This is a little T6 screw, which Benchmades use on a lot of their stuff. I had to undo this and kind of squeeze this down because my clip was a little loose and the whole sheet was pulling out of my sleeve and I was trying to deploy it. But that was an easy fix, right? I just took it off, squeezed this down, put it back on, and now it's nice and tight. It does have a little bit of retention in there, right? It's very slight, but you do have to kind of defeat that retention a little bit, which is nice. But again, the primary intent of this is to be hidden. You got tie downs here if you want to tie it down somewhere. My jacket's got a little place I could tie something in the pocket, so this end is stuck, so I could just reach in and grab it out of a pocket if I wanted. Kind of a cool little dagger. Again, it's a last ditch, or oops, you're too close and I don't really have time to get my tactical folder out, or maybe I don't even have time to get to my primary weapon system, but I need to create space quickly. Maybe not just to stop the initial attack, but also put some multiple attackers at bay, right? I don't really know what else to tell you. That's it. Cool little knife. Oh, price-wise. So you're looking at, if you get just the knife and the sheath, you're looking at about 80 bucks, 85 bucks on Amazon. Adds another 40 bucks if you get the trainer. For me, it was worth it. I like having training equipment. However, I do have a buddy named Joe, hi Joe, who says if you play with toy weapons, you end up with toy soldiers. And Joe's a fan of fighting with actual, or training with actual bladed weapons. And I am too, to some extent, but if it's something really new to me, I don't mind practicing with a trainer. But certainly, you want to be able to practice deploying this and using it. Oh, I knew one more thing I could tell you. They do have another version of this that has a serrated element here, if you like that. For me, this is more of a poker and a jabber, not so much a tear, insert and tear kind of weapon. I know that's cheery to talk about, right? But I want something that I can get in and out repeatedly and not snag and have to pull a little extra on the way out. Once I've got it in, I want to get it out as quickly as I can so I can follow up if I need to. And there we go. That's the Benchmade SOCP Skeletonized Dagger. It's small, it's light, it's easily concealed, and it will certainly do the job. So if you do happen to get one of these, make sure you practice with it. Don't just carry it around and go, oh, I'm tough, I carry a knife. Practice with your knife. Practice getting at it. Practice, stabbing stuff with it. Not people, some wet foam books. I don't know. There are lots of things you can train with. Ballistics gel. There's lots of things you can train with to kind of simulate what it actually feels like if you ever need to deploy a bladed weapon system and go to work with it. So this is Ferrari Steve. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see, and make some requests if you want to see any particular products or any particular demonstration with some products. Get out there, use your weapons, your guns, your knives, your survival equipment, whatever you got. The first time you have to pull this knife, you don't want it being the first time you have pulled this knife. Si vis pacem parabellum. Stay safe out there.